Welcome to another Isaac Daily. I'm just going off the seat of my pants again here. Don't really have a plan for anything. No plan for commentary or anything like that. So we'll just get right on into it. Hope everybody is had a good weekend. It is the Friday. Or not the Friday. What am I talking about? You see, this is why you can really tell that I don't have a plan. Because I'm just like spewing off things that I don't even know. It's not Friday, it's Sunday. I've been having a relatively good day. I've got a lot of Okay, I thought I was expecting a death rattle from that champion there, but nothing happened. Let's see. You know what? Sticky bombs, sure. I could re-roll it, but I think I'll take the bombs. But yeah, I hope. Oh man, that Diglett really got me. I really hope that everybody's having a good weekend. Nice, relax. Rested, ready for the work week that's coming up, ready for all the things that the world can throw at you. And I really don't feel like playing chicken with the Isaac head there, so I'm just gonna use a bomb there and splooge all over the floor. Who's gonna be our first floor boss? Anyone want to bet that's gonna be Free Plum? Anybody? I just have a feeling that that boss is just a curse for me. Oh, it's gonna be Duke of Flies. Okay. Well, getting a bomb in there is gonna make quick work of this boss fight. We do actually want to go find our store because we could find one more scent. And, well, let's go to the store first before we think about re-rolling that. Because that could give us enough money to buy something in the store, like a premium item or something. Or... Ooh, a sack. What's inside of it? More bombs, thank you. Or... there would be nothing of interest in the store, and then we could just re-roll it. Use these bombs offensively here in the early game. I got plenty of them. The super secret, or not super secret, the secret room is a little hard to find on this floor. I can't really imagine where it would be. But, there's no real reason for me to play Isaac today. I was just like, I was flipping through all the different characters. I was like, who am I feeling today? And you know what? I never really felt any of them. Ooh, we got a nickel, so maybe we can make Pageant Boy work to get Pokego. That's an okay item. It's either here or over there. Okay, my next guess is over here. Looks like I'm wrong. It's over here. Yeah, there we go. First time, every time. Or we don't even need Pageant Boy. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be re-rolling the boss room. Hopefully we don't get a health upgrade. Something... Well... I'll take Soul Heart, please. Oh, didn't re-roll. One more penny. Oh, there is a Soul Heart. Okay, so I think no, we don't even need to take Pageant Boy. We can just use the donate. Sure. Wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting a little bit of money, but you know what? Sure, it all works out. Then we go back. Really long first floor, but you know what? I think it'll work in the long run here. So let's go back at our Soul Heart and then head on down. Had to look over to. I would really love card reading. You know, we could get a dime from one of these poops. I've seen it happen. And we got nothing, which I've also seen happen, which, well, it kind of just did. Alright, enough messing around. We need to go to the next floor. We're wasting time. So we'll head on down. But yeah, I was like checking through all the different characters. I was like, you know what? I haven't tried Tainted Blue Baby yet. You know what? I haven't done this character yet. and I was like, I don't really feel like really getting into anything new. I did a bunch of recording earlier. It's like 2 hours of Minecraft to oh, poor fatty batty. You gotta blow it up. But yeah, I did like 2 hours of Minecraft, you know, just so I can have something for the this week in TID video, which is basically just gonna be a summarization of all the different games and projects and other stuff I've done throughout the week. I mean, that's just if anyone's really interested. It's more for my sake than anything really. It's something that I found that helps me actually be productive. It's like if I have to make a video about something, like if I'm making a project, then I would need something to like follow up with it. To give an example, like making a video game. If I started recording small bits of it and being like, "Ooh, look at this! I made this feature inside of it, which is really cool," and then I would have to continue with it and keep doing it. So it's kind of like a way of constantly reminding myself that I need to work on stuff, which is pretty odd. Not like odd bad. Oh, the freaking Stony. Stony took my sticky bomb. Alright, let's see what our item room's gonna be. We could use this actually in this big room over here if there's a bunch of... I don't remember if there was... Yeah, there are a bunch of rocks. Alright. Oh, we got a golden poop. Oh boy. Now, the D12 is pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough to keep. And you know what? Leech, come along. You're another familiar. Looks like we're having another familiar run. I don't know if anybody saw or if you're a returning person, if you saw, or if you're a new player or a new viewer, then you should go back and see. There was a... Who was it? That I, Who was it that I played? It was Lilith. Yeah, my last Lilith. I think it was yesterday's video. Most likely yesterday's video. And I basically just got a bunch of familiars. I mean, I got Mom's Knife, which with Tainted Lilith is exceptionally good. But, yeah, so it was essentially that run. It was actually pretty fun. Or was it? No, it was Tainted Lilith. I was thinking of Tainted Jacob for a second. I don't really want any of this besides you. Secret room could be there. It is not. Don't really know where. Oh, it's right here. How can I tell? The poops. They kind of like pointed into the direction of where it was. You know, that's something that you get accustomed to when playing this game a lot. Sometimes you just look at a room and you're like, you know what? This is looking mighty suspicious. Ooh. Good job, Leech. Don't do it on one of these bomb flies. Or don't explode them near me. Thank you. Leech is a pretty decent familiar. He needs... I don't know if he needs more aggressive AI, kind of like what they did with Little Haunt. But he does decent damage. Wow, that random shot. But what he does do, if he gets a kill, he can, if you're low on Red Heart HP, he will actually help you get healed, which is pretty cool. Kind of something that you don't really see anybody utilize because there's almost no reason to. So let's go fight the boss. It is Baby Plum. It would have been nice if we had a reroll chance for the Devil Deal. That is if we don't get hit. I wish I had a bomb, to be honest, but I kind of wasted one of them. Whoa there, Fruity Plum. You need to not do that. You can tell that I play against this boss a lot. This thing kind of wants to show up basically every every single run that I do. There we go. Matchbook. That'll give us some more bombs. Sure, we can take the matchstick. I really wish we had a reroll now. Ooh, lots of cards. Strength and Hierophant. Okay. Hierophant gives us more of that. Justice spawns a bunch of consumables. You know what? I don't want any of this. So I guess we'll just head on down to the next floor. If we had a reroll there, we could have re-rolled them and maybe gotten something a little better. But, you know, I kind of stick with what we had to do. I think it was the better of the play. So our health is looking good. Our damage needs improvement. Our movement speed is kind of like whatever. So it's not really all that. Oh, wow, they pushed the bomb right to me. Okay. I need to be a little more cautious of the damage I'm taking. I got a lot better at playing the game than when I first started again. Or when I took that large break. You know what, I'll go ahead and fight the boss now. Fallen? That is basically a free Devil Deal item. Hopefully it'll be like damage or something. So get a bomb in there to kill one of them real quick so I don't have to deal with it, because our damage is very low. Get the kill leech. Get the kill leech. Yeah, good boy. We get Incubus. Alright, so this pretty much is the familiar run again. I don't know what it is with this game, but with familiars, but we're just getting them all, which is not too bad. If we get Tractor Beam conjoined is pretty good. What Tractor Beam does, it makes that way all your tiers go in a straight line. So that way the splitting effect from getting conjoined, where you get in 3, basically gets nullified, and it's like you have triple shot in all your tiers in the same spot, which is pretty dang good. It ruins homing if you have it, so be wary of that. Thank you, Fatty Batty. You know what? I want the Locust of War more. I need help clearing these rooms a little bit. And if we get any form of bomb upgrades, then the Locust of War will actually be pretty useful. That's something you don't see people talk about like at all. The warflies that explode, they will copy your bomb effects. Okay, I said we needed damage and get Poly-freaking-Themis. Okay then, so we have now 15 damage, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. We just need to watch our health, and yeah, that's about it. Definitely could use a lot more tears rate, so that way we can fire more often. Tick is a good trinket if you're able to like gulp it. Or smelt it, so that way you can pick up another trinket. It's good if you're also struggling against these bosses, because it does reduce their health a lot. And it heals you on the next floor, so if you're taking a bunch of red heart HP. I would say it's actually pretty good with, oh shoot, what's her name? Magdalene. Or Maggie. And that's one of the dangers of the warflies, is that you can actually explode yourself. Yeah, they kind of nerfed the range on it, so it's not as bad. But it's still, they can still hurt you. So be cautious of that. Get lots of batteries. Get free access to our curse room. It's just gonna be a troll bomb. Alright. Get Head of the Keeper. Alright. Now, we could pick this up for more money, but we have a lot of batteries. I think I'm actually going to reroll here. Let's find... It's a crawl space. Okay. Yeah, 1 reroll. Alright. We're going to take Glitch Crown. I haven't seen this item in a while. ever since I got it the first time. So let's see, what do we want? We want the laser. So right. Hold on, my brain's not working here. Ah, we got monstrous lung. Ah, I wanted the laser. I'm not gonna lie. But this will be basically a gigantic shotgun effect. The only problem is that it'll take forever to charge. So, with Incubus here, we will be doing a buttload of damage, and I mean a buttload of damage. Let's see, we don't really want any of this. The best is like Maggie's bow, so I'll just re-roll it. And of course, we're gonna go with 8-inch nails. That was a pretty good reroll. We are doing buttloads of damage. We need some form of consistent offense, other than, holy moly, he just dipped right at me, coming at my face. But yeah, we need some form of like better consistent damage than what we have now. Ah, I didn't even have time to mute for that. I'm sorry. We also need to increase our, hold on, give me one. Alright, well, there's the seed if you want it. Because this is a really good... Ooh, Keeper Sack is good, and it's right after that. And so is... Okay, here's my thought process. We have the compass and we have the map. Those are mapping effects. We also have the market item that gives us the little crawl space in the store, so that way we can get better items. Now, our money generation, yes, we are getting pretty decent amount of money, but in the future we may not be getting that. So it's a gamble. Do we rather want mapping or the possibility of really good items? But they'll cost a lot. That's the issue. So it's like, are we weighing our future ability to get money? Is what I'm saying here. I think we are going to go with the compass, which will show us where things are. Man, we really need to tears up. This is gonna... If we can't shotgun everything in the room, like, immediately, we are going to need to be on our A game with dodging. Go on, Leech, get him. Get that spider. Good boy. Alright, now that... Watch Gardy Jr. just... Yeah. Just get obliterated. Ooh, and we get an angel deal. A torn photo, which is going to help us a lot. I think the best option here... Excuse me? Why'd the bomb just... Alright, so what we're going to do is take care of this angel deal. Yes, these are good items, and I would love Holy Mantle, but we have Glitch Crown. So I'm going to reroll and try to get something a little better. Get Immaculate Heart. Shoot, I actually want a Dead Dove, not Censor. Because then that would give us Flight and Spectral Tears. But I think that's enough for this floor, so we'll head on down. Pretty much your average Glitch Crown run. We are not going to make Boss Rush, sadly. As much as I would want to. Alright, so we got a little extra damage from Immaculate Heart with the little spherical tears. You see them going around us here. We can use that to our advantage. Kind of like a pseudo tiny planet. Jawbreaker. That's a lot of. It's a lot of damage if we actually get it off. And quad shot. Monster lung quad shot. We would never be able to charge up. We have a 14 tears rate. Oh man, that was such a bad decision here. Let's see. Yeah, that is so slow. But I had to do it. Had to do it. If we get some other means to make flies that don't actually hurt us. Ooh, there's a tenor block here. That'll just be absolutely amazing. So let's see, check our... Surprised Greed survived even that grazing that we did. We are quite literally just like a pressure cooker of damage. Bunch of nails flying out. Yeah, if the enemies keep lining up like that in each room, that'll be nice. You know what? The charge rate doesn't seem as bad as you would think. If we can get another one, that wouldn't be too bad. Just waiting for it to get away from us so we don't incur the wrath of its explosion. I mentioned... Oh, a double trouble. I mentioned that I was playing Minecraft a bunch. I haven't been blown up by a creeper yet. Keyword yet. And just like that, it's down. Okay, what do I want here? I kind of want the latch key. But we'll go with synth oil. And we've got all our special rooms, so there's no need to go back. So we're just going down. We're just gonna barely miss boss rush, sadly. Yeah, there's no way we'd be able to clear and get to the boss room in time. If I didn't take so much time on the first floor, maybe we would have been able to actually do it. Man, that is a lot of damage when you're just one-shotting the champion dip there. Tough Love is gonna whenever we get a it's luck based, but whenever we get a tooth shot, it'll basically do I think it's 3.2 times my damage. And yeah, it's not like we needed any more help with our damage. I will actually go to the store since it's already past 20 minutes. Can't make boss rush. Oh boy. Just in case there's a greed fight. There is not a greed fight. Black Candle would be amazing. And so would Blanket. Ah, I got Mr. Me instead. You know what? That's not too bad. Mr. Me, give me that soul heart, please. I love you forever. You are an orphan now. Pandora's box, I think it just gives us money. Honestly, what I should have done was this, a hermit card. Yeah, there's really no reason. Buy the bomb. You know what? Buy this pill too. It's a health down pill. I should not have bought that. The reason for buying all that stuff is because we have Keeper Sack, which gives us stats based on how much we spend. And maybe getting a... Shoot, what's that item? The black market kind of item. The one for the store would have been better. Alright, Mom's foot. Goodbye, Mom's foot. Alright, where do we go from here? Let's check the negative. Oh boy. Lots of things in this room. Alright, I definitely want Guppy's Eye. And I definitely want Spirit of the Night, which gives us flying. There we go. Easy peasy. The way that I'm, like, marking the time to pick up the item, even though I kind of messed it up well, when I see the item, I do, like, a little tick in my head, like a beep, and then I'll, do that for every single... Ooh, another Hierophant card. Every single item that passes until I find the item that I want again. And it's basically just a little bit of timing. Ooh, this room is not good. Kinda went the wrong way, but maybe we need to go north to fight the to get to the boss. Sometimes the no tinted rock. Sometimes the map generation is a little wonky. I actually had a lot of work that I did yesterday. I had to install a new washing machine for us. Like, we had just fixed our dryer, and now we're fixing our getting new wash machine. It's pretty nice. Last Assist is one of our biggest enemies here because we can't just one-shot it. But this there, it finally went down, and we thank you for your service. Yeah, we want wire coat hanger. Oh man, that feels so much better. Perfection would be nice, but I don't see us not being able to not take a hit, especially in these later fours. I don't know why I went that way. We do have a vault, which is interesting. And also surprisingly, I think we can do Hush. Now, Hush actually is a little bit of a bad idea. Ooh, 2 soul hearts. Because we don't have consistent damage. Yes, we have nearly 20 damage sitting here at 18, and we one-shot just about everything. But you gotta remember, Hush's boss armor scales with your damage. So there's a good chance that we'll be in there for a very long time. And do I want to dodge a lot? Check the sacrifice room here. Could have been a soul heart, but there's none. We do have plenty of money to make it work. Bye. I'm just gonna wait for these tiers to go past so I can check out this double deal. And there's really not anything in here I want. So I think we'll just leave it as is. And you know what? I gotta do it. I have to do it. As I always say, gotta go use Hush. So, Guppy's Eye lets us see what's in those chests. Whew, soy milk? What do we want from here? Oh, I accidentally picked up Mom's key. Well, there could be worse things that you can accidentally pick up. I have to do it. I have to try to get soy milk. Polyphemus would just also be a lot more damage. However, I love my soy milk. Did I just ruin our, none of these really interest me. Did I just ruin what we had? Yes. Yes, I did. But we get our split shot here. And just like that, I think we're doing, pretty alright. We went from 20 damage to about 4. All because I like soy milk. So let's get these warflies out of here first. Look at that. That's so cool. Actually pretty decent damage. You can hear all the teeth going off. Oh man. Look at that damage. Was it worth picking up soy milk? That's for you to decide. I'm taking a lot of damage because I can't actually see what's happening. So I think I'll just back up a little bit. If we had something like a Fame, that would also be nice. Yeah, it's luck-based, but we are sitting at 0 luck. But it's not the worst thing in the world, sitting at 0 luck. I do not want to be in here. This is one problem with Sensor, is that it'll slow these continuum shots, and they make it relatively hard to dodge because they kind of compact them all together. And all I hear is those teeth shots going off. Can you get out of here, please? Now, this isn't the slowest Hush fight I've ever done. It's definitely one of the slower ones. Freaking Sensor. But we've managed to do it. And I think we'll just head on down. Yeah, back to my story about the washing machine. If you don't know anything about washing machines, when you go to take them out... Okay, brain, you need to stop taking so much damage. If it's your older washing machine actually will have water in it, so the one we took out ended up being about 50 pounds or so heavier, which isn't like that big an issue for me because I can carry a washing machine myself. It's not that hard. The problem is that the way that our house is set up, one of the stairs, we had to go down a floor. One of the stairs, the boss is actually this way, has a railing. And you're like, oh, okay, that seems pretty normal. However, it is on the inside of the railing. Or not, we don't have a railing. We have a... Oh, shoot, what's it called? Ooh, a double deal. I picked up Guppy's Paw. I didn't actually want Guppy's Paw. The other thing we can get is Eye of Belial here. Okay, I'm messing up my my picks here. Just wasted a bunch of HP. Eye of Belial would have been actually really good with this setup. Actually, any form of piercing would be really good. But back to the washing machine story. So this post is what I'm trying to say. At the end, it's on the inside of the railing, so you have to lift up anything you're trying to get past there, and it's like the biggest hallway in the house, so it's like the only way you can take big objects like that. So we had to lift this washing machine up, and there's like a little bit of a landing right before you get to the stairs, so you have to lift it up essentially above your head. So it's just me and my dad lifting this washing machine above our head. Guppy's head would be good, but we don't have any means of... If we get more HP, then yeah, I'll come back and open those and whatnot. So we had to lift the washing machine above our head, which is basically also full of water. So it is quite heavy. And then you have to like move it and twist yourself so that way you can go down the stairs. Luckily, we didn't have to go over top the railing that's at the bottom, just because of how close it is to the wall. I did not see that spider at all. Gotta be a little careful here. But the new one that we put in was actually a lot. Anarchist cookbook. Actually, I want brittle bones here. This will give us more fire rate if we ever lose the bones, but essentially makes it that way we have more HP, which was what I was aiming for. I actually kind of forgot what I was talking about. I know it was the... Oh yeah, the new washing machine that we brought in. It was actually smaller when we first brought it in. My dad was looking at it and he was like, wait a second, is this the one that I even bought? And of course we have to go that way to get to the boss. And he was actually pretty nervous, but he was after looking at, because we have a big family and we have to do a lot of laundry, so we need something a little more industrialized, I have to say, so we need a bigger washing machine. And this was a new model of washing machine, so it seemed like they had we could actually get... Ooh. Oh no! Why do you have to give it Hemilacria? Why'd you have to make it Shielded Tears? What do I do? I accidentally walked over it. Okay, never mind. Don't pay attention to any of that. I'm just gonna take whatever. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to what items we're taking this time. So it was basically a new model of washing machine, and it was much slimmer because we had straps on the washing machine that we took down the stairs. Well, we had a strap, and we basically set it up kind of like a diaper, where we had it around the side and then one underneath. And we took the strap off, right? And we just slid it off the first washing machine. We went to move it over, and it was much slimmer and smaller. Or that's what caused my dad to be like, "Oh crap, did we get the wrong one?" But it actually turns out it was a bigger capacity, because they just took the actual like outer shell and shrunk it down a little bit because it was a new model. So it ended up working out for the best of us. The best for us. This is a victory lap run. We're only 40 minutes in. We could probably do a victory lap. Just your typical craziness. So let's get on here with this victory lap. I haven't done one in a little bit. And maybe we'll go and fight a harder boss. Alga's Rune, sure. Not really needed. Now, membership card, which is what I had finally remembered it. Libra would actually destroy this, so I don't want Libra. I actually want God's Flesh. It's just another tier effect. There's no real reason for me to take it. Could take Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher's not bad. 2 diamonds? 2 diamonds, alright.
Of diamonds.
But yeah, it's been a while since I've had a victory lap. And with this, I think we're doing pretty good. Get Binky here, and just head on down. So let's see, what is this map looking like? It's looking like a joke is what it's looking like. We're gonna be beating up the game now. Ooh, Jacob's Ladder. If you have your volume turned up, I would recommend you actually now turn it down, because all you're going to hear is that sizzling sound from Jacob's Ladder over and over. It is music to my ears, but I know other people don't particularly like it too much. Now, we have, what is it, Cricket's Body, the split shot. If we get Parasite, then that'll be even more craziness. Sissy! Welcome along, Sissy. Kind of copying one of the Isaac YouTubers that I watched. We'll wait on that. On McCall? Ooh. Pentagram, more damage. Even though it's not a lot of damage, it's something. Mr. Dolly, I kind of wanted the tears up more, and also the health isn't too bad. So, we'll just go on down to the next one. And I completely forgot about Dreamcatcher. Oh man, this electric C-section. Just your average we got Camo Undies instead. Dang it, I missed it. Oh well, Camo Undies is actually not bad. I have 99 cents. With Bear's options. And I just picked up Placebo instead. That's alright, we can re-roll this. Get another Steam sale for even more off, even though it kind of ruins our... You thought I didn't see you. That was a tinted rock that paid out with small rock, but since we have Glitch Crowned, it gave us X Placebo, which, you know what, I'm fine with. Surprising enough. I actually really like X Placebo. As long as you don't stand close to whatever you're shooting, you'll have no problems with it. Alright, let's take the Glass Eye for more luck. So that way our tier effects, yeah, it gives us a little bit of damage. That is a book. Which is a book touch, which I kind of want. We have so many warflies around us. I forgot that we had bomber bombs, so it ended up hitting us. Alright, let's see what's in this crawl space. It is Ghost Pepper. Ooh, Ghost Pepper would be amazing. That's just even more damage. Let's pick it up. I could have re-rolled it. There's a lot of good items in the crawl space. But I don't think it this item's good enough to warrant not re-rolling. I keep having that same shower thought over and over. I know I've already Stars card. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. I keep having that shower thought, even though I had explained it before, but I didn't do a very good job of it. And that is the, like, if you were to be, you know, somehow transported, you know, 1,000 years, 100,000, 10,000, whatever your choice is. Do I want Book of Shadows? Nah. Maybe Station 2, sure, good enough. And you're essentially set up as immortal. So you don't die of like old age, so you can actually live back and come back to more modern times. Ooh, birthright wouldn't be bad. Gives us 3 items. I forget what it does. So yeah, it's like a you transported 100,000 years ago, 10,000, whatever. And I think we're just going down. Would you actually do it? And I was thinking a lot about it, and it's something that constantly pops up in my head. I don't know why I keep thinking about it. I just do. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, could you comfortably like live? Because you got to remember, back all that time ago, you don't have things like cultivated grains. All your technologies are gone. You won't have things like toilet paper. Would you be able to make, in that time, some form of like crude? Ooh. Forget me now. Actually, I want. We could get a second glitch crown. No. We don't want a second glitch crown. There is a specific item I'm looking for. That would actually be not too bad. Let's get another reroll. But yeah, would you be able, with the knowledge that you have now, essentially be able to recreate your amenities in life that you like? Like, do you know how electricity is made? It's like, well, yeah, it's an alternator of magnets of copper, which pulls electrons out of the air, and that's how you generate electricity. So you can set up some form of like water mill, something like a water mill, something to spin a turbine, which is essentially all energy production. There's some form of spinning a turbine. This is Necropolis one, so we'll go ahead and fight the boss. You know how to actually like process irons, that way you can make all that stuff. You know, it's just stuff like that. It's like, well, do I know how to actually do this? That Guppy again. I kind of want... Oh, I didn't want Dark Princess Crown, actually. I actually wanted Little Horns, that way we could get another tier effect. Queen of Hearts doesn't do anything for us. We have another reroll. See if the item I want pops up in this secret room here. Yeah. We'll just take Orphan Socks. The item I want didn't pop up. I was looking for Rock Bottom. Even though it's not necessary to take on this, because we're already like destroying, and it won't benefit us actually really any by taking it. It was just kind of one of those, like, you know, I could probably make like a clickbait YouTube-y thing. But yeah, it's like, what are all the technologies that we have today that I know that I'd be able to make life comfortable? It's like, I know pretty much how electricity is made. I know how to pretty much get some form of iron. I don't know, it's just kind of like a survival thing. But then you also think about all the extinct animals, and like flora and fauna, all that. It's like, would I try to keep the American bison alive? Because what we have today is not a true bison anymore. Because of how they've been crossbred. They're not 100% bison anymore. They're actually like some cattle breed. Sola Isaac. Nah. Pick this up for a little more damage. Whew. There's Hemolacria. Which lowers our fire rate a lot, but it does increase our damage by quite a bit. I'll go ahead and fight Boss Rush here. No reason not to. Our biggest danger is actually anything that shoots a Brimstone. So we got Bloat out of the way. The next big Brimstone user is actually Monstro 2. I keep thinking, it's like, okay, would I be able to cultivate like my own wheat? Because apparently wheat wouldn't be cultivated yet. Like, would I be able to identify certain grasses and whatnot, and stuff like that? And it's just interesting to know. And another thing is like, well, humans are basically fledgling creatures. Like they're just coming into Earth's history at that point. How would you be treated in society? Would you basically, you know, be treated as a god, which I would not want, like, at all, because that would bring a lot of unwantedness. Halo Fly is good enough. Like, would you live on the fringes of society? Like, how would you actually live? How would you set yourself up? How much of an influence on the world would you actually have? And this is under the assumption that you have your own memories. That is. If you're able to go back in time like that, it'd definitely be very interesting to be able to do so, just to see all the differences. I live on the East Coast of the US, so being able to see, like, you know, there used to be stories of how all the different waterways and whatnot used to be so clear you could see like 100 feet down into the ground, or into the water. And you had things like giant oyster bars, and, you know, it would just be cool to just to be able to look at things. Now, the whole pain or immortal aspect, I would imagine it so that way it's not too overpowered, so you just kind of like do whatever and not care. You would still feel, I would imagine you'd still feel pain, so that way things like hunger would still be an issue. So it's not like, oh, I don't have to eat anymore. I mean, I would still eat. I love food. I definitely would like to take cook me up some form of mammoth steak. That's one thing for sure. Certain. Luck upgrade. Give me that. Ooh, soul heart. I could play that judgment, but there's really no point. We're so strong now, and it doesn't matter. We don't really need items. So what's this room? It's rerolls all of your items. Nope, I don't want that. Not with this run. I could get something crazy, but I could also get something stupid and do no damage. Let's see. Dang warflies, man. They're gonna be the end of me of this run. Because nothing else can really kill me. There we go. And we'll go beat up Hush again. He deserves to be abused. Ooh, Sci-Fly would be nice. Okay, Cricket's body again. I don't know if that'll work, but I think we'll go with Compound Fracture. Soy Milk is a no. Evil Eye. Evil Eye's not too bad, especially with a high fire rate. We don't really need any of that. Let's just do it. Alright, Blue Baby. You against my flies. Okay, you made it pretty far. Goodbye. And, you know, this is actually not as bad as, I don't know what's really exploding. It must be the war flies doing the Bomberman bombs, the cross shape. But yeah, this isn't as, it's a little faster than the previous time we fought Hush, which isn't too bad. Thank you, Sci-Fi, for keeping me safe. Now, another question is, would you go 1,000 years into the future? I would have to say no. I would not want to have to catch up on everything. Which, another big issue that I didn't bring up, was, you know, leaving all your friends and family behind. Which, don't get me wrong, I love all my siblings, I love all my family, my friends. But we can, I'm basically immortal, we can reconcile. We can find each other again. And I don't know why Guppy's eyes, sort of not working. So fight here, Mega Satan, getting close to the end of the run. Hope everybody's enjoying it so far, or have enjoyed it. I've been relatively enjoying it, even though I've been running basically at the seat of my pants. Didn't have anything written down. No small script. Nothing really. I don't know what I keep taking damage from. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think there's much way we can die here. Yeah, I don't need any of that. The boss room could be this way. Empty vessel. Alright, gives us some more soul hearts. Which is the biggest thing that we need to look out for right now is HP. We don't really need anything else. Well, we don't even really need the HP, but it's just like a comfort thing. Alright, to go south, we need to go north. The channel's been doing pretty good. I've been appreciating all the support everybody's been doing, all the new subscribers. I see you guys coming in. It still boggles my mind a little bit that I keep seeing it. I picked up the penny. Hey, we could get another leech. Yeah, come on. I got you a girlfriend. Got 2 leeches now. So it looks like this is going to be the end of the run. I don't have much more to talk about, so I don't think I'll do another victory lap, because there's really no point in doing that. But yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, thank you for the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.